Hey guys, thank you so much for jumping into this video today. My name is Danny Coldblood, aka MusicVidiot. And guys, today we got tanks, we got cargo bobs, but better than that shit, we got Hacksean89, fellow mystery hunter and lover. Hacksean, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I am doing awesome. I can't wait to start this discussion video and see what you got in store for us. I mean, we're starting out with tanks and cargo bobs. This is gonna be fucking good.
For sure. Can't wait.
Alright, guys, we will meet you at the first location. Until then, take it easy and don't go anywhere, because this is gonna get crazy. Okay, we got a beautiful sunset. Everything looks like it's a gorgeous situation. We are at the mural right now. And, he's got the tank place over here. We're trying to run into this and try to clip inside of the actual cable. That's kind of working, actually.
Yeah, it just put me into the army tank twice already. 3 times now. Damn.
Oh,
Did you
I'm
get
in.
in?
I just got in.
Cool, cool, cool.
Okay, so yeah, if you squeeze yourself in that tank in the wall, between the tank and the wall, you could pop yourself inside of the back side area of the mural, which is really cool. I'm against the wall right here, so you guys can kind of see that this cube is right behind this wall with all the squares on it. The wall that's directly to the left of the actual mural. And Hacksean, go ahead and tell me and tell the viewers about what this is, what this cube is all about and the differences you notice with it and your ideas and theories along with it.
All right, yeah, I have a few theories actually. I I honestly think that the big find with Bigfoot the other day, I think you had a lot to go on off that because you talked about how the steps themselves were the clue, because having all the steps done, I think is needed before we're even going to uncover what we want to see from the mystery. And I think that, come back here once your game's 100% complete on story mode, maybe, I don't think you have to be as Bigfoot, but, I think that would have some effect on the cube, you know?
Right. Right, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, Rockstar gave us the clues with the aliens. Okay, you come here at 3 o'clock with a 100% save file, with lightning, all the different things that are set in place, and you're going to have a trigger happen, which is going to be the UFO in the
Yes.
sky. You know what I'm saying? And this box makes me think that there's a trigger that, possibly will turn this box or this cube into something more. Now, like you just said with that Bigfoot update, that's exactly what I feel they were showing us. Yeah, it's cool to get Bigfoot and all. This is exactly what I explained
Right.
in my video, is that I think that Rockstar's really saying that, hey guys, we gave you the clue with the aliens. You had to have everything in the right time and place, and the save file had to be right. And you guys aren't going with that. All the theories I see nowadays are, hey, go try this there, or go try this here. Never go try this there at 4 o'clock with, rain on a Tuesday night. Never do I see
With
particulars and
100%.
specifics.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's always just try this or that,
Yeah.
not this or that with specifics. So you showing me
Right.
this cube makes me feel like, I mean, this isn't. I've never really
It's
seen a
also a little
cube.
elevated, if you can tell. It's
Yeah,
higher than the ground.
yeah, it is. It is definitely elevated. It's not on the floor. And I mean, I've done a little bit, not too much. I've done a little bit of my own glitching before in the walls, and you know, um, I just posted a video of me glitching into the IAA building, and I've never seen a cube before in a you know glitched wall or a glitched building ever. I've never seen something like this. This is just ridiculous.
Especially not the one that changes colors.
Yeah, and especially behind the biggest question in the game, the Mount Chiliad
Right.
mural. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the? Now go ahead and explain to everybody about these colors and what you think this is all about.
I don't know, there's something that has to do with it being nighttime because the darker it is, the brighter it gets. And it shades, like it goes in shades. It doesn't just magically go back to concrete color. It gets brighter and brighter and brighter until it goes back into the color.
Now that's something. Okay, now that's something that I've never heard about. That this cube is actually not a brand new discovery. This has actually been found a very very long time ago, but people
Yes.
couldn't figure out what to do with it. They didn't know what it was about. They tried. They talked about it. It was on Reddit. Okay, 3 weeks later, everyone was sick of being stumped, so they moved on. And going back and looking at those old Reddit posts and stuff like that, I've never seen anybody talk about how the shade on the block or the cube changes throughout the night. That's something that I believe is a Hacksean89 original, my friends.
Well,
Now,
thanks a lot, man.
no problem, and I think that's a very important and good observation because you're telling me the darker it is outside, the brighter or more red the cube gets. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Why the fuck? Okay, excuse my fucking French, but why the fuck would that do that? Like, boggles my mind. I don't know if this is gonna speak to, you know, coders out there or modders out there more than it speaks to us because you guys might understand why some kind of object would do that. But right now, going off of just a regular gamer, not knowing the details of how modding and coding really works, I don't understand why it would change its shade. That is just beyond me. If it's a trigger, which I kind of believe it is, okay,
Yeah.
for it to turn into something or, activate something or whatever it's triggered to do, you would think it would just stay the same color or same, it's
Right.
same that, as it is
Honestly,
now. Why is it changing?
I think of it could be two things. I think it could be one that I don't think that it's necessarily like a room that we're supposed to ever enter. I think that it could be, if it may be the jetpack room, maybe it's just one locked box that we can't open until it's unlocked. Another thing it could be is, like just something we just haven't found yet. Like something we're in order to do, maybe the doors will open.
You know,
Hell, maybe it's a cable car.
and think about it
You
this
don't
way:
know.
it could actually possibly not even be a physical object. This could actually be
Yeah.
the trigger itself. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, this will
Yeah.
disappear or this will activate once we have all the weather in place and the day and time and the save file and the karma. Everything's right. Maybe this thing will do the triggering of whatever we will see in the game itself somewhere. Or you know what? To even spoil the fun, this could actually just be what spawns the UFO above the cable car itself at 3 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. Could
This could
be.
actually just be a part of that. For all we know, this is tied to that, and we're talking about something that's irrelevant right now because it's already been figured out. But we don't know. Right now we don't know, and until we
If anybody has any ideas, it'd be great too.
yeah, yeah. If you guys have any clues, any ideas, any intuitions, educated guesses, fucking, you know where the comment box is. If I have to teach you that, you don't belong trying to figure out a mystery. But definitely use the comment box, guys, and let me know what you guys think. A big thumbs up to Hacksean. Hacksean, how red does this thing actually get over time?
I honestly think that this might be as red as it get. It may get a little redder, but another thing I want to point out before we get off here is that the shade on one side is a little bit different from the shade on one other, like two of the other sides.
What do you mean here? Explain this to me here.
Like come to the side that I'm on right here, and then look at the other sides. It's a little bit different, just a tad, and I don't know why.
Yeah, you
Do you
are.
see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, very, very slightly, but yes. That is so odd. That is so odd. You know what? This even tells me, dude, like Rockstar knew that we would be able to clip into this wall. They knew that we were going to be able to.
Yeah,
So you know what? This
eventually.
ultimately could be a duality for them, to us. It's kind of saying to all the skeptics out there and all the people that don't believe, like, "Hey, asshole, there's a fucking cube behind the mural. You mean to tell me there's no mystery? Yeah, why don't you go take that banana and suck on it, bitch?" You know what I'm saying? I just think that tells me that there's something more, guys, something more that we don't understand. And until we talk about every angle, the good and the bad, every single thing that we can derived from any question, like this cube being a question, we're eventually going to either cross it off as irrelevant, or we're going to have different check marks of why it's a good connection, and why, different things that are making it credible, and things that give it, you know, different, credibility. Just something that's going to say this is worth our time or not. And until we discuss it, and that's why I do these discussion videos, guys. My channel has always been known for discussion videos. I like to get hunters out there. It doesn't matter if they're famous or if they're brand new and no one's ever heard of them. It doesn't matter if they have something intelligent to say and good shit to show. They're gonna be on my channel. You can guarantee that. And Hacksean, I love this. I mean, this cube,
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
dude. No problem, man. This, like I said, it's not brand new information. It's been out for a long time, but you're
Oh yeah.
bringing to light, something new about it, and that's what I love, because so many people cross things off as, oh, already tried it, oh, already talked about it, oh, that's already been discovered, and they don't want to listen to it anymore. It's almost like if
Yeah.
it's not brand new, I don't want to hear it. And those kind of people can go suck an egg for all I give this shit. Because when somebody comes up to me with something that was discovered on September 18th, 2013, one day after the game's been out, I want to hear what they have to say, because if it's something new, that's a new discovery in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? It's a brand new discovery.
Oh yeah. I can't
So,
wait to watch this thing unfold, man.
that would be great, man. So, well, I think that's everything. You know what? One more thing before we leave the cube. Do you think this thing gets? Well, it's 3:17. My question was going to be, do you think it gets darker at 3 o'clock? When the aliens show up, maybe that'll give us an idea if it is tied with the UFOs or not.
Honestly, I have not tried that yet. That'd be a good idea.
I'm looking at it right now. It's 3:26, and honestly, I'm not seeing it doing
I
anything
don't believe so.
special. No, that makes me think that it's possibly, leading to something that we haven't yet discovered or haven't yet
Triggers.
triggered. Right. Beautiful. Okay, well, I think that's pretty much it for the cube, unless there's anything else, Hacksean, that you want to go over.
No, I think that's it for now. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it, though.
Yeah, definitely, guys, don't be afraid to use that comments box. Honestly, seriously. I mean, even if it's something that you think is a stupid question, or don't worry about it. Put it in there, because you never know what you might have inside your head, okay? You never know what can come of it, guys. Seriously. Well, Hacksean, let's go to the next location that you wanted to go over with me, and guys, we'll meet you back in 1 second.
Let's go.
Okay, we are leaving the Mount Chiliad mural and cube, and we are headed over now to the Alamo Sea. And as we're heading over here, I just want to go ahead and me and Hacksean were just discussing something, and I think it's pretty important for you guys to hear this. Now, if you guys know Wispy Woods, if you don't know Wispy Woods, check him out. Really, really cool hunter, really informative. But he brought up a video before about triggers, and he showed that doing the same kind of clipping we did inside of the building to see the cube, he did a similar clipping inside of his character to show a little like black box, a little black cube inside of the character, either the arm or body. And I don't want to ruin his video for you guys that haven't seen it, and for you guys that have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, he went on and showed how it's very possible, very, very possible that it is a trigger, and they are triggers for something, and depending on the different clothes or masks or things that you wear, you can alter or change those triggers. So it gives us some sort of insight on maybe, one step, one part of a requirement, a prerequisite, if you will, on what we might need for this mystery, okay? And Hacksean, you had a situation happen to you where you noticed something with those, cubes or little triggers inside of you that
Correct.
you thought was crazy, right? And you just explained it to
Right.
me off camera. So why don't you go ahead and explain it to everybody here on YouTube and for all the viewers, so they have an understanding. So maybe this can lead to something further.
All right, I'd be glad to. All right, I was the wolf the other day. I took a peyote on story mode, and like I fell down the mountain, and as I was falling as a wolf, the camera kind of got close to the wolf and everything, and I seen inside of it, and it wasn't like a square like the humans have. Like it was more of like a long type of triangle up by it towards its head, and I don't know. It looked just like that though. It looked the same type of texture.
But it was a triangle. It wasn't. It wasn't
It was a
a
triangle,
square. Okay, so
right?
that you know they very well might have put something inside of one of the animals. So, like, you take a peyote and you turn into an animal, and there very well might be a separate trigger, specifically for the animals. Now, whether it's needed or not for the mystery, that tells us, that speaks volumes because you don't know what that's for. And Wispy Woods did a very, very good job presenting these cubes and pretty much proving to me and many others that these are definite triggers inside of the characters. So if you're telling me that you ate a peyote, turned into a wolf, and as you fell down a mountain, you seen a triangle, not a square or a
Not a
cube
square, but a
like
triangle.
right now. That is just crazy. That's a great new discovery. That is something that, people that do that stuff, that do the clipping, that mess with the triggers, that know what we're talking about. If not, definitely check out Wispy Woods, his trigger video. But, people that are into this and that test and try this stuff out, please look into this. Let us know what you guys come up with because that is something new. I have not heard about this. No one's talked about this. Heck, Sean, you might be the first one to discover something like this, and you might just push us forward in this mystery concerning those little black triggers inside of the characters, in this mystery, man. So that's pretty awesome.
Maybe
Thank
the
you for
peyotes
that.
are connected. Yeah, no problem.
Okay, guys. While we're here at the LMOC, I want to actually show you guys a website, and this is going to directly connect to the last thing and getting us to the conclusion of this discussion video that Hacksean89 wants to show us. So if you go online, now I think I even featured this in my natural disasters video, okay? But nevertheless, this is a good thing to show here. I don't know the website really. I think it's visit the LMOC, but we're just going to go and type in C in search. And here it is. Yep, visit the LMOC.com. Now, if we go to this website, you can look and see right here the weather says still the same 125 degrees Fahrenheit, moderate to severe threat of earthquakes. Okay, and this leads right into natural disasters, something that I have brought up time and time again on my channel. But Hacksean has a connection with possible natural disasters and one other location. So we'll meet you guys back once again at another location in the game to conclude our discussion video here involving the mystery in Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay, guys, we are now here at this graveyard. This location is the last location that Hacksean89 wants to show us and talk about. And I'll give you a location here on the map. It's right over here. It's right by the golf course, okay? Actually, on last gen, you were able to get the hearse to spawn right over here in front of this church that's right, attached to this graveyard. And I believe that you can't even get that hearse anymore. It doesn't spawn anymore unless you know somebody with a hearse. And if they take that hearse to this location, others will spawn for your friends. Now, if you don't have any friends with a hearse, you always have me, Danny Coldblood, aka MusicVidiot. But don't just nag me all day for a hearse. I probably should never have said anything. Anyway, guys, to get back to the point, Hacksean89, the microphone is yours. You're on the stage. What did you want to show us here at this location?
How's it going, man? I think that I've made a connection with your natural disaster theory. If you notice, all these graves, if you look vaguely, they could be any grave. It looks like any ordinary graveyard, but if you really look at the graves, they all say, there's like 5 tombstones that are the exact same, and they're spread throughout this entire graveyard, and they all say the same things.
So even
Like,
though there's
we
tons of graves
remember.
here, you're saying they all just say one or two or three or four or five different things. There's not too much variance in
Right.
I
Right.
think I might have even noticed that before, but I never put a connection to it, and that's why I'm glad that us hunters get together. That's what this community is all about, guys. It's just
Oh yeah, for
getting
sure.
together and sharing information because that's amazing. Um,
Now, I'm only halfway connected this because, like, honestly, like, if the community wants to help with this, it'd be greatly, obliged or whatever. But there's like one of the dates that I don't know, 7/20/49, which is a futuristic date, if
quiet,
it's,
isn't
you
it?
know, yeah, it
Yeah,
is,
7/20/49. You're
it's
right. That has
bothering me.
not yet happened. Why are they giving us? Is that another future to Back to the Future type reference? Showing
Right.
that we can go back in time and then I'll ultimately go into the future. You never know what that's about. That's a very interesting tombstone, though. That is
Now, talking
interesting.
about mass murders, and since they all have the same markings on the tombstones, one of the speculations is this could be a mass murder. Like with the other tombstone, it says, "We remember," and that's what you say when, stuff happens like that, like 9/11, we remember, stuff like tragedy, like just, it's a date that people want to keep, I don't know. I think it's a connection with the natural disaster.
Right, right. It could be. It could very well be. Like just like you said, like 9/11. There's like whenever there's like a big tragedy or disaster, people pull together to help out, but there's always those memorials and like we
Sure.
remember and shit like that happen for years and years to come afterwards. So this definitely could be. All of these people or most of these people could
Yeah.
have
And
died for a cause or if
I've
for
done,
at a certain location or from a certain kind of destruction.
yeah, and I've done lots of research on Los Angeles, and like I looked up obituary, seismic activity, like tsunamis, but the truth is this happened in December, and a lot of stuff happened on this date. So
On which date this
again,
one
like if you
here is
guys,
12/16/86.
yeah, if you guys could like, I can't pinpoint exactly which it could be, and the reef I think is a clue that they're trying to hint to us to help us,
When you did
because
your research on
obviously
12/16/86, what came up? Like, what was the most common
there was
occurrence or
there was a I googled it, and a thing for seismic activity. It was actually one of the first things to pop up when I scrolled down, and
really?
from there, yeah, and there's just a lot. There was like a list, and it was like weird transcripts. So I couldn't make it out exactly, but like I said, I don't think that it's put here for an accident.
That's
This is a
really
pretty
crazy
big
because if you
graveyard.
think about it, the word San Andreas is the name of the major fault line that runs through California. Okay, that's the name of it, San Andreas. Okay,
Yeah.
so they not only are we here in San Andreas, but we just looked at the LMOC website, which had the you know um, the chances of an earthquake, moderate to severe chances of earthquake. I did that one video, that discussion video with Game On. I don't know, well, maybe a month back or so, and he was flying us around, the map showing us the different places that are in real life in this game, like Capitol Records and just different locations. And he was showing us how he
Hmm.
found the fault line. Okay, and there's so many things that lead to earthquakes and natural disasters. This is a very good idea to roll with, and they gave us certain dates for a reason, and they gave us certain dates that are in the future for a reason. And one last thing I want to say about this is this location, okay, I mentioned in a couple of videos and I'll be mentioning it again, is that those collectibles that we get in the game that we have to get, like either pictures of monkey mosaics or spaceship parts or scrap papers or whatever we have to collect in the game, okay, they are placed, I believe they're placed in specific locations of interest, okay, whether they're obvious locations for something or for more mystery involved type of stuff. Now, this location, if I'm not wrong, I believe it's actually on this middle piece over here. I believe there's not only a spaceship part located at this location, but there's also a scrap paper located at this location. So there's not one collectible, but two. Okay? Say, showing that this is a place that they want you to return to. It's not a main place of interest. I don't believe we touched this place in the storyline. So what else is there to get from this place? Well, the average gamer might, feel like there's nothing and move on, but to a hunter, these dates are there, and that's all we need to click on Google and do some research and uncover some more connections and valuable research and finds. So I really do think that that's amazing that you came up with these dates, and Googled them and found seismic activity. That's great.
Yeah.
That's really something to roll with, man. Is there anything else that you want to add to this place at all,
Um. Uh.
or is that
I think
basically
that it
everything
could
that
be.
you had?
I think that it could also have been a tsunami, maybe. Like it attaches with that in the barber shop. Could
Right,
have been that.
right. Because
But it
yeah,
was also a winter.
that one video I showed had with the barber shop that was in Sandy Shores. I believe it's in other barber shops too, but it was definitely in the one in
I
Sandy
think so.
Shores in the back of the store of the barber shop. If you shoot
And
the stuff out of the way, you have a picture of a tsunami hitting Los Santos, which is ridiculous.
just check out this headstone really fast. Like this one alone, and there's actually a bunch of these. They just say "We remember," like and they're all over.
Is
All
that
these
what
little
Te
headstones.
Recordamas
We,
means?
yep, we remember.
We remember. That is an infamous quick one-liner for people that have been through some sort of horrible tragedy. You know,
Yes.
You look at different things like 9/11. It's funny that they're putting specific dates here, and 9/11 is a specific date that stands out in history. So there is a small connection there with we remember and having a specific date, as also with the tragedy, because that is an infamous little thing that people say. In memorials
Yeah.
everywhere. They say it for like people that died in the military, for vets. They say it for everything, man. I mean, every kind of disaster or tragedy, they do say stuff along those lines. We remember. They wouldn't put it on just. You don't go in a graveyard and see we remember on any gravestone. You see those on the stones for like the memorials for Vietnam vets or different things like that or 9/11 like we've been saying. But to have it here in a regular graveyard, we remember. I think you're right, man. I think it all ties in, especially if you looked up this date and it had to do with seismic activity. And then we have dates here that are, you know, days in the future. 7/20/49. Quiet,
This
isn't
one right
it?
here says "Rest in pieces."
Rest in pieces, right? It's like it could be like a
Earthquake.
zombie joke. If you know what, think about it. 7/20/49. Quiet, isn't it? That might be hinting at apocalypse or something happened that destroyed the world completely, hinting at there's no more noise. There's nothing going on. Quiet, isn't
Right.
it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You never know, man. Hey, I really enjoyed this discussion. Thank you so much for jumping in and sending me your information and research, and just doing this
Yeah, man.
video
Glad I
and,
could
and
help.
everything. I appreciate you sharing your discoveries and your finds out there. I really do.
Yeah, of course.
All right, guys, that was Hacksean89. And if anything in this video was interesting to you, please leave a like, please comment and subscribe. And definitely leave a comment and elaborate if you guys have anything to add to this or if you further this investigation anywhere, beyond what we already talked about. Thank you so much, guys. And Hackshawn, thank you. And guys,
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
oh, no problem. We'll see you in the future. 7/20/49. Hex, and I hate to do this to you, but it's a really cool way to end the video. Why can't I kill you? What the fuck? You took like 20 shots. Holy
I
fuck.
did. I
Damn,
did.
dude. What the hell? All right, later, guys. Peace. A little PS, guys, a little PS note here at the end of the video. He tested it out on me because we thought it was weird that it took so many bullets to kill him. So he shot me, 20 times before I died. And I spawned right here, and I was like, holy shit, Hill Valley Church. That's exactly where we are. And that is the church that was in, Hill Valley is the place in Back to the Future with the movie. I think it was the second movie. I'm not too sure. But anyway, it could very well be an Easter egg for um, Back to the Future. That gravestone that says 49 on it, year 49, that could very well be tied to the Back to the Future movie as an Easter egg because, I mean, the church, the location is, so why not the gravestone? just throwing that out there while you know, we're ending the video. So, and also this sign here at the Hill Valley Church, you know, it has a missing E on it, and just recently in the Viewer's Voice episode, the first episode I posted of that new series I'm starting, Viewer's Voice, where I take you guys YouTube comments or messages or anything that you guys send me on Twitter, and I make a video posting the best of the best of what you guys say and your ideas. And one thing Choice the Ripper sent me on Twitter was all the signs of the churches, or at least three of the churches, and the missing letters spelled SEA. C, that could be, hinting, leading us back to Alamo C. And the website says moderate to severe earthquakes. You never know. It could be just small little clues ultimately trying to lead us to the same locations to find the same information, which ultimately so far is, the common denominator is natural disasters, earthquakes, things of that nature. So that's just another little quick thing to throw out there. Thanks again, guys. Have a good one. And as always, peace. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching this video today. It's been an honor and a pleasure having you here. If you have anything you want to share, put it in the comments below. And if you don't mind liking, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Thank you guys. Here's a way to contact me somewhere up there. Have a good one, and as always, peace!